All right, I'm going to review solving systems of equations by substitution. And if you had me, I taught you two different ways to do this. One is what we called mx plus b equals mx plus b. And then the other way is what I like to call clouds and rainbows. So first, we'll do this one with mx plus b equals mx plus b. So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to get both equations solved for y. So this one's already done, we're good there, but we need to rewrite this one so that we have y equals mx plus b. So I need to get rid of this x, so I need to subtract x from both sides. So we'll end up with negative x minus 2 for this equation when we rewrite it as y equals mx plus b. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two equations. Since they both equal y, I know that they equal each other. So I'm going to set up 4x plus 3 equal to negative x minus 2. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm saying that y equals y because I know that that's got to be true. So now I'm going to solve from here. So I'm going to add x to both sides. And when I do that, this cancels and it leaves me with just negative 2. Over here, we get 5x plus 3. So now I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, which will cancel that. And now we will get 5x equals negative 5. Divide both sides by 5 so I can get x by itself, and x equals negative 1. That cancels and this is equal to negative 1. So at this point I would ask you if you're done, and the answer is no, because we know that we're trying to figure out where these two lines meet. And they meet at an ordered pair because I got an answer. And the answer that I got was for x, so I need to make sure I put that in the x spot. So now what we need to do is figure out where they meet on the y. And you can do that by filling it into either problem up here. And it doesn't matter, it's completely your preference. I'm just going to go with the first one. So since I know that x is negative 1, this is going to be 4 times negative 1. Well, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And then plus 3 means that y is negative 1. So now I know that these two lines meet at that point. So that is the solution to the system. All right, now I'm going to review with you what I like to call clouds and rainbows. And this just happened one day when I was teaching this. I often will make clouds around my answers. And so on this problem, what we're going to do here is we only need one of the problems to be in y equals mx plus b form, and we already do. So I'm going to take this and make a cloud around it. And then I'm going to float the cloud because I know that this cloud right here is equal to y. So I'm going to float the cloud down and fill it in right there. So what's going to happen is if I rewrite this problem, yikes, sorry, I'm going to end up with 5x minus 4. And instead of y, I'm going to put, oops, sorry, I'm going to keep the theme going here. I'm going to put this cloud, and then it needs to equal negative 3. And inside the cloud, I'm bringing in negative 3x plus 5. So this is the cloud part of my clouds. And now we're going to do the rainbow part. And the deal with the rainbow, clouds and rainbows, I think I say rainbows, but oops, is basically what the rainbow is going to do is now that I have a cloud, I know I have a rainbow. So the rainbow tells me to distribute. So I need to make a rainbow here, and I'm trying to be really colorful. There. So now I have my clouds and rainbows. So, sorry, I'm struggling with the markers. All right, so now I'm going to rewrite this. So 5x When I make my rainbow, this is going to give me 12x. And when I make that rainbow, it's going to give me negative 20 equals negative 3. All right, now I need to solve. I can go ahead and add these two together. They're on the same side, so I don't want to cancel them. I want to combine them. So that's going to be 17x minus 20 equals negative 3. So to solve this, I need to add 20 to both sides. So that's going to go away. So now I have 17x equals 17. Divide by 17 so that that cancels. And I'm down to the end of my paper. X equals 1. So if we were in class, I would ask you if we're done, and you're going to answer no, because we know that these two lines meet at a point because we got an answer for one of them. So what we need to do is to fill in what we know. We know that x is 1, so that's the x spot, so I'm going to put 1 there. Now what we need to do is figure out what the y spot is. So if I go back up here, I can use this first problem to figure out what y equals. Since I know that x is 1, I can go ahead and fill in a 1 in place of x. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, plus 5. If I work that out, I know that y equals 2. So that tells me that these two lines are going to meet at that point, and that's what I like to call clouds and rainbows. Both of these two ways, either mx plus b equaling mx plus b, or the clouds and rainbows, both of those are under the heading of substitution.